All right, so we're back with another deep dive, and today we're looking at a match with some pretty interesting narratives. I think Fulham versus Manchester United.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Fulham looking for consecutive wins
Yeah.
after a decent streak at home, and Man U hoping to bounce back from a pretty rough loss to Brighton.
Absolutely.
I think this is the place to be if you want to understand what the stats really tell us
For sure. For sure.
about the teams, the strengths, weaknesses, and maybe even get a little insight into how this match might actually unfold.
Yeah. It's one of those matches that just, you look at it on paper and it's a classic, David versus Goliath.
Right.
The more you look at it, the more interesting it gets.
It really does, and I think that's why we're here, right?
Absolutely.
To kind of unpack that a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's start with Fulham at Craven Cottage.
Sure.
5 home games unbeaten.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds pretty good, right? Fortress?
It does sound good, but, you dig a little deeper and it's a bit of a double-edged sword,
Oh, really? How so?
4 of those were draws.
Oh, wow.
And Fulham have never had a run of 5 consecutive draws at home in the Premier League.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's like almost a defining moment for them.
Yeah.
This match, Do they break that pattern or do they kind of get stuck in a stalemate again?
Yeah, it makes you wonder, too, if they're maybe playing a little safe at home,
Yeah.
Considering that historically it hasn't been super kind to them when they've played Man U.
Yeah, for sure. It's true. They've only won once in their last 18 meetings against Manchester United.
Wow.
So, could this be the time that they finally flip the script?
Right.
Their home form suggests that, they are tough to beat right now.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, not out of the question.
All right, well, let's switch gears a little bit and look at Manchester United. Coming off of a squeaked out late win against Rangers midweek. But
Yeah.
That 3-1 loss to Brighton, that really exposed some cracks, I think.
Yeah, it did. I think it's the inconsistency that's really troubling for them right now.
Yeah.
Conceding the first goal in 8 of their last 9 league games is a major red flag.
Yeah.
Especially for a club that's looking at a title challenge.
Right.
And so the question, I think, is that last-minute win against Rangers the momentum shift that they needed?
Yeah.
Or is it just a temporary reprieve from, kind of the bigger issues?
Right. And it's so interesting because even with those struggles,
Yeah.
they've still won their last 7 visits to Fulham.
Yeah.
Something have to give, right?
That's what makes this one so compelling to me.
Yeah.
You've got these 2 clashing trends.
Right.
Will Man U continue to kind of dominate this fixture? Or will Fulham's current form at Craven Cottage finally be enough to overcome that historical hurdle?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's narrow our focus a little bit here.
Sure.
And zoom in on some of the key players who could really tip the scales in this match.
For sure.
Fulham's Lukić.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is on the verge of a disciplinary milestone.
Yep.
1 yellow card away from 10 for the season.
Wow.
And
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Only 2 Fulham players have ever hit that number in a Premier League season.
Really?
So
It makes you think.
it really does.
But the way he's going to play.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure the manager's thinking about that too.
Absolutely.
Because, Lukić is kind of the engine in that midfield.
Yeah.
So if he's hesitant, to really go in for tackles or play his usual aggressive style because he's trying to avoid that 10th yellow,
Yeah.
it could really disrupt Fulham's rhythm.
It could even force them to change the way they're playing,
Yeah.
just to accommodate that.
Right. And then on the other side, for Manchester United,
Okay.
we've got Bruno Fernandes. And this guy seems to just thrive against Fulham.
Yeah. He loves playing against them.
He scored that, late winner against Rangers. And then you look at his career goals, and 4 of them have come against Fulham.
Wow.
Including a decisive one in last season's matchup.
It's like he's got their number.
He really does. And he's so dangerous when he's in form.
Absolutely.
And, Man U needs that right
Yeah,
now.
big time.
That ability to unlock defenses.
Yeah.
I think the question for Fulham is, have they figured out a way to contain him?
Yeah.
Because, he's a game changer.
He really is.
All right, so I've been looking at some stats, and there's one that really grabbed my attention.
Okay, lay it on me.
Manchester United have lost 6 of their last 9 Premier League games,
Okay.
which is not great.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
But here's the kicker.
Yeah.
They've never had a run of 7 losses in 10 games
Oh, wow.
in the Premier League era.
That's saying something.
So could this be the match
Oh, man.
where they hit that unwanted milestone?
It's definitely possible,
You think about the weight of history
Yeah.
being on their shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of pressure.
It can either make or break you, right?
Yeah, it really can.
Galvanize a team or completely unravel them.
All right, so what do we have here?
I don't know. It's a good question.
We've got Fulham
Yep.
looking to capitalize on their home advantage,
Mm-hmm.
and Man U's recent stumbles,
Sure.
while Man U has that history of success against Fulham,
Yeah.
and Bruno Fernandes, who might just be the key to unlocking a win for them.
Yeah, I think you summed it up pretty well.
So will Fulham rise to the occasion and overcome those historical odds?
Mm-hmm.
Or will Manchester United leverage their, experience and their firepower and avoid this record-breaking losing streak?
That's a tough one to call.
It really is.
Yeah.
So here's the challenge for you listening out there.
Right.
Weigh the factors, consider the trends, take a chance.
Yeah.
Based on everything we've talked about, who do you think is going to come out on top?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll be back next time for another deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
See ya.